Today I'm going to explain the comedy and horror movie The Human Centipede 3, released in the year 2015. In the third and final part of the movie, a warden who is disturbed by the violence of the inmates gets inspired by the first two parts of the movie and turns them all into human centipedes. Don't forget to subscribe to get notified about our next thriller recap. The movie begins in a New Mexico prison, where Warden Bill Boss is watching The Human Centipede 2 with accountant Dwight Butler. At the end of the movie, Bill says that he did not like the movie at all, while his assistant Daisy expresses her opinion that she liked the movie. But hearing Daisy's opinion, Bill gets angry and reprimands her badly. Dwight gets an idea from watching a movie and tries to share it with Bill, but he shuts him down as well. Very dangerous criminals are brought into this prison, and it becomes difficult for Bill to handle them. In the prison, inmate 178 attacks a guard. Bill arrives and breaks inmate 178's right hand as punishment. Despite receiving severe punishment, none of the prisoners feared or respected Bill. Because of this, he is very angry and stressed all the time. Bill returns to his office and checks his BP, which is very high. Knowing this makes him even more angry. Just then, Daisy enters the office with a special parcel. The parcel belongs to Bill and contains an African herbal medicine that enhances male potency. Bill takes the medicine shortly after receiving a call threatening him badly. Bill gets too scared, so he takes more medicine. Soon he realizes that it was a prank call and was made by inmate 346. His anger increases, and his health starts to deteriorate due to the overdose of medicine. That's why he goes to Dr. Jones, the prison's doctor, for a checkup. Dr. Jones examines him closely and wants to run some tests on him, but Bill snaps at Dr. Jones and tells him to just give him the good news that he's all right. In the next scene, Bill then pours hot water over inmate 346's face to inflict a painful punishment that leaves the inmate's face badly burned. But inmate 346 tells Bill that he has lost his soul. After that, Governor Hughes comes to inspect the prison and warns Bill that if he doesn't bring order to the prison and end the violence within 2 weeks, he and his accountant will be fired. After the governor leaves, Bill has another trauma and yells in rage, saying that he wants respect and no one can talk to him like that. Bill's anger is increasing with each passing day, and he is behaving like a madman. Dwight tries several times to tell Bill about his idea to bring peace to the prison, but every time Bill insults him and shuts him up, he is mostly drunk. He gathers the prisoners in the yard under the burning gaze of the sun and orders male castration. Inmate 297 is the first to get this punishment and is captured and taken to a special cell, where Bill himself removes his testicles. He rubs his bloody hands over his face and eats cooked testicles for lunch as energy food to increase his strength. Dwight tries to talk to Bill about the idea for the human centipede again, but he stops Dwight by telling him not to disturb him during the meal. Bill visits the medical ward and takes a look at all the patients he has brutally punished over the past few days. The bedridden, injured patients still insult and threaten Bill. When inmate 178 tells Bill that he will stab him in the eye, Bill tells him that he has come to follow up as promised and breaks his injured hand again. Bill asks the doctor about inmate 297 and tells the doctor that tomorrow will be the day to castrate all of the inmates. Bill comes to inmate 297 and tries to tease him about his condition, but the prisoner insults him badly. Bill gets angry once again and strangles the prisoner. Doctors barely save the prisoner's life. He once again squeezes the prisoner's neck, but he no longer has the strength. The doctor also suspects Bill's mental state. After Bill leaves, Dwight shows the doctor both parts of the Human Centipede movie cover and tries to get his opinion on it. The doctor tells Dwight that he likes the movies too. At night, Dwight is in the office checking accounts when drunken Bill enters there. Bill is saddened that the castration plan didn't work either. Even in this way, it seems impossible to discipline the prisoners, and he will surely lose his job. Dwight angrily approaches Bill and tells him that both his job and his life are at stake. Bill asks Dwight, how dare he talk to him like that? Dwight keeps his word and tells him that he has the solutions to all of their problems. He wants to make a human centipede of the prisoners, which will establish peace in their prison and make people not commit crimes after learning from it. Bill thinks it's impossible. He doesn't like Dwight's idea and refuses. He angrily fires Dwight and tells him to leave. He drinks more alcohol and takes all the medicine. He then goes to the tower and abuses the prisoners, but the yard is completely empty. In the next scene, when Bill is sitting alone drinking in the mess, all the inmates come in and attack him. He starts apologizing to the prisoners and calls Dwight for help. The castration prisoner pierces Bill's kidney and performs lewd acts with him. Bill's eyes suddenly open, and he finds himself in his office. It was a bad dream of Bill's that disturbed him greatly. After waking up, Bill receives a call from the gatekeeper telling him that Tom Six, the director of Human Centipede, has come to see him. When Dwight enters the office, Bill tells him that he has already fired him. Dwight responds by giving him one last chance. If he doesn't like Dwight's plan, he will quit on his own. Finally, Bill agrees. The doctor is also coming to attend the meeting. Tom shows Bill medical reports and drawings that prove it is possible to create a human centipede. The doctor also agrees with Tom. Bill sees no other option, so he agrees. Tom demands that he wants to monitor the whole process in exchange for using his idea, and Bill puts him in charge of the operation. Dr. Jones says he needs a very large surgical team for this operation. Apart from this, he has to collect stools and blood samples from the prisoners. Bill tells the doctor that whatever he needs will be provided. Another diabolical idea comes to Bill's mind. He shows all the inmates back-to-back Human Centipede movies on movie night of the month. After watching these movies, the prisoners get disturbed and ask to stop the movies. After the movies end, Bill comes with Dwight and announces that the same thing is going to happen to them soon. He tells them that they will be organized as human centipedes to teach them humanity. Dwight stands nervously and tries to convince Bill that this is not a good idea. All the prisoners get angry and try to attack Bill. He runs away with Dwight and tries to hide in his office. All the prisoners go mad with rage. They attack the guards and seize their weapons. Bill tries to hide in his office out of fear. Outside the office, inmate 178 attacks Daisy. Dwight calls the special forces for help. When the inmates try to break down the door and enter the office, Bill jumps out of the window to save his life. Before the prisoners can wreak further havoc, special forces arrive to control the situation. Dwight finds Bill hiding behind a tree. Dwight informs him that Daisy has been badly injured by inmates, but he gets angry and tells him that he is injured and needs emergency medication. Bill then drugs all the prisoners unconscious. When the prisoners regain consciousness, they find themselves on a medical bed, and preparations for an operation are underway. Bill is inspecting all the prisoners. Inmate 297 apologizes to Bill and begs for one last chance. Seeing him pleading like this, Bill finally succeeds in his goal and is overjoyed. Some prisoners can't be part of this operation due to illness. A prisoner has stoma disease and considers himself a lucky man because of the disease. Bill can't see the prisoner's happiness, so he shoots him dead. Bill, Dwight, and Tom go to check on another prisoner who is mentally unstable. That prisoner eats his filth by showing them off. He prepares to become part of the Human Centipede. Bill is enraged and shoots him too, saying that he doesn't want anyone to enjoy the punishment. Bill then takes Tom to show him a special project of his where the hands and feet of death row inmates are being amputated. Seeing this, Tom vomits. A huge setup is prepared in the yard to carry out this operation. When Governor Hughes visits the prison, the Human Centipede of 500 inmates is completed. Bill happily shows the governor his project, which leaves the governor dumbfounded. Not only this, Bill also turns his secretary into a part human centipede, which indicates his unbalanced mental state. Bill takes the governor to show off another of his accomplishments. Seeing Bill's special project, the governor gets very worried because he has also sewn the criminals of the death sentence into human centipedes. But the difference is that these criminals have their hands and feet amputated, which makes them unable to move. An Arab prisoner has been spared punishment because his prison sentence has already been completed. Bill explains to the governor that by seeing all this, more people will learn a lesson and think before committing a crime. Seeing all this, the governor sits down nervously and says that this is a violation of human rights, so these two lunatics should be given the death penalty. Bill tries to explain to the governor, but he leaves without listening. As Bill starts to shoot Dwight, the doctor arrives and expresses his joy at the success of the operation. Bill, seeing the doctor happy, shoots him dead. After some thought, the governor changes his mind and comes back, telling Bill that this is what America needs. Hearing this, both of them are finally happy. The movie ends with Dwight gloating that it was all his idea, so Bill hugs him and shoots him in the head because he doesn't want anyone to take all the credit. Overall, The Human Centipede 3 is a great movie to watch with an amazing storyline, so make sure to check it out. To watch our next thriller recap, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments section about your next favorite movie that you would like us to recap. Stay thrilled.